Hello everybody, it's Yeti.
And MJ.
And Sophie. And today we're doing a BougeRV fridge video that we've been meaning to do for a while. But before we get into today's video, we're just going to say we apologize in advance for the wind. Filming outdoors is some of the harder things. Even though you get the better views, you also have a lot of the elements to be against you. So we're going to get right into the video though. Let's do it.
Here we have our 48 quart BougeRV fridge freezer. It's a dual zone that can be controlled by your phone app. It's called My Car Freezer, and it comes with 2 power cords. So this is our 12-volt DC charger for our fridge. You can plug it into a cigarette outlet on your Jackery or your car, and then it also comes with the AC charger for our fridge, which goes into your normal everyday house wall plug.
The reason why we went with this fridge in particular was not only did it have an eco-saving mode which pulled minimal watts, but also is dual zone, so we can control the temperatures of 2 different zones rather than just having a trickle down zone or a other zone. We have a built-in cutting board. Some of the little accessories to the fridge is the door is also ambidextrous, so depending on the side of your rig that you're on, you can reverse the door onto this side now by just simply lifting it up out of this little track and then clicking it back in on the other side, and now the door lifts from this side. It's just all depending on the rig that you're in, which is super cool and super easy and versatile to just have.
And then sometimes with it getting cold and then warmer, colder, depending on how you use your fridge, sometimes you can create moisture, in which case then it's easy to clean. All you have to do is pull out these baskets that holds everything.
That's actually the size of our fridge here inside is the size of these baskets. So one zone is this big and the other zone is that big. We have, in example, a milk jug, a half-gallon milk. Here you can fit a little bit taller than that, so a few wine bottles if you would like. And this one is a 12-ounce beer can, and that's about the size, maybe a little bit taller, so you won't get 2 beer cans stacked on top of each other on the other side. But you could probably get 3 or 4 stacked each other in the taller side.
I would also like to point out that ours is a little custom. We put a little basket in here, just zip tied it to the side to hold some of our smaller things that always fall to the bottom.
Another cool thing about the BougeRV 48 quart 12 volt fridge is that it comes with the tires mounted and this nice bar that you can click on 2 sides, releasing it to extend it and bring it farther and easier with leverage if you have it pretty full. So it's a pretty off-grid outdoor cooler as well, but it kind of has the cool necessities. It has another back handle over here as well, so you can lift it up at a full, easy range with lots of leverage. And also all of this is removable, so depending on the space that you're in and you don't need all of this, you can have all that removed. So coming in to where we store the fridge, we actually removed our passenger seat of our van and built in this sub wall when we built the van, so we could do this exact mod eventually. And we put these two mounting brackets with a ratchet strap here that kind of just goes all the way around and tightens it down and back to the wall so it doesn't kind of wobble around when we're driving or off-road. Anywho, I haven't had to take over the handlebars or take off any of that stuff for the R space, but that doesn't mean that you won't have to, so it's good that that stuff all comes around and comes off. And this flipping both ways is also super cool for universal build stuff. My flaw is I have this shelf right here in my way, so I only open it to like here. But yeah, so right now I have it stacked with food. I have all my groceries in there, and they're still even some leftover Popeyes, and it's still not even full, which is pretty cool. Coming over to our display, well, our display is very, very simplistic. You simply turn the power button on. Right now it's not on because we don't have it plugged in. Two different temperatures are going to come up, giving you the temperature of each zone. You can adjust both temperatures with the settings here, and here is kind of like a diorama of how to use the settings in specific. This will come in handy for anyone. You can remove this sticker, but I kept it on just to simply show myself so I don't forget. And there, MJ had just turned it on so that way you guys can see each zone and you can hear the compressor, which is moderately quiet. Honestly, we sleep with that noise as white noise all the time, and it never bothers us, especially since we can close this door and keep this gapped off. Super, super helpful. But anyway, let's get into the app. And just like that, we're in the app now. It's called Smart Car Fridge for this BougeRV 48 quart dual zone fridge freezer setup. The app is very simplistic, and the thing that I like about this app is that it makes it so it's easy to see everything, easy to adjust everything within a click of a button, and it happens pretty instantaneously between the connection, as long as you're within Bluetooth. That's how this app will be run, is off of Bluetooth. So if you're out of range of your fridge, you won't be able to just be gone somewhere and adjust your fridge. And ideally, that's what you would want to do with an app. So maybe someday they'll make this Wi-Fi capable, if it isn't already. We just don't have Wi-Fi, so we only use it for when we're inside the premises of the van. But anywho, we have both temperatures of each zone, the right and the left. We have the voltage that you're pulling, which is 13.9 volts. The battery, which is at 100, only currently because it's plugged in. The moment you unplug it, it does turn off, but you can purchase an external battery that will make your fridge last a little bit without being plugged into shore power. I just didn't get that because of the price point that we were at when we bought the fridge for $400 some. We already didn't want to spend an extra sum of money on something that we didn't necessarily need. You can adjust the settings from Fahrenheit to Celsius, and this is how you change the temperature of each box. Right now it's going to bring it down to 32 now, and that one's going to be 32 and 32. They're both at fridges as of right now, just because we have more fridge goods. Coming down here is probably the coolest part of the app and the most important. It's kind of a pain to do this within the settings up there on the dash, so it's easy to do it here right in the app. You can click it to max mode or eco mode, which is going to pull less watts and have the compressor come on less. And then you have the different amount of volts that each mode is going to pull if you want to select those. So you have high, which is going to pull your full 12 volts, medium 11.5, your low 9 volts solid. So it's actually very simple. We usually always run it on eco and low when we're plugged into a Jackery or our Blue Yeti 2000. But if we are driving around, we'll run it on max and high, so we can just have the max amount of power flowing into it and have the compressor keep it as cold as possible. So that's everything for the BougeRV, everybody. I hope that you guys really did enjoy this video. MJ and I did put a lot of work into making this video happen, filming outside and in the elements, and a lot of editing. So I hope that this will help you understand that this fridge is pretty cool so far. The only problems that I've had, and I will mention, is this light here did not work from factory. What it does, it kind of works. I shouldn't say it doesn't work. I'm gonna hold this up with one hand here. The wiring is really cheap, so I actually have to push it in and hold it in order to get a light inside this zone, because the wiring is so bad. So all I have to do is take this basket out, pop this off, and fix the wiring. But that shouldn't have to happen right from factory. I shouldn't have had to do all of that. So just a heads up, that might come like that. It is a Chinese-made fridge. I'm not buying a Domatic fridge for a reason. This is exactly why we went with the brand BougeRV. We knew we'd be getting some straight offs, but it's still quite the fridge so far. The cutting board does come in handy, believe it or not, and we enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Click the like button down below and subscribe to Yeti and MJ. Check out some of our other videos. We have lots of videos of the van, vlogging with lots of our nomad friends across the country living in this 2004 GMC Savannah. Right on!